Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. I am Subhalakshmi Rao from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation, India, and we are continuing our UGC NET examination series for environmental science subject, and this is 16th part of Unit 3 Environmental Biology. And here we are going to continue about ecological succession, and today we are going to discuss on causes of succession, factors influencing it, and different trends, and also about the general process of phases of succession. So first we will discuss about causes of succession. Here actually there are three types of causes which are responsible for this process. First one is initial or initiating cause. So what initiates the succession? What is the starting phase or cause? So in initiating causes, these are actually the process which produce the bare areas or destroy the existing populations in an area and make way for succession to initiate from scratch. So these include some climatic factors like wind, fire, etc., or biotic factors like some activities of various organisms like grazing and all. And second cause is excesses or continuing cause. So these are the processes like migration, aggregation, or competition, which cause the successive waves of populations as a result of changes in the edaphic features of the area. And um, edaphic means the soil qualities or their properties. There may be change in that. And stabilizing causes. These are the causes um, that stabilize the community. So climate of the area is the chief cause of stabilization, and other factors have less value in comparison to climate. So any climate change may result in um, the uh, stabilizing of different species in a population or in a community. Now, there are also some factors that influence succession, like um, the development of vegetation in a ecosystem or habitat is affected by climatic factors, edaphic factors, biotic factors, physiographic factors, or some fire factors. So one by one we will discuss here. Climatic factors are um, the major factors which affect the successional development of vegetation community, and these factors are mainly temperature, sunlight, moisture, humidity. So so the macroclimatic conditions of a particular area are not as much effective in the successional development as the effects of the microclimatic conditions, like these little factors like temperature, rainfall, they play a major role in the succession rather than the macroclimatic conditions. Now, next one is edaphic factors, which include soil properties which are important to plant life. Example, nutrients in soils, or the soil texture, soil structure, or their temperature, etc., uh, the plant life, in turn affecting every other organisms that depend on them. There are also some biotic factors that influence the organisms of a given habitat, and man is actually capable of destroying the whole vegetation of a community with short period of time through their activities. So, like there are competitions among plants, animals for space, sunlight, water, energy. This also affect the vegetation in a given habitat. There are also some physiographic factors like the nature of ground or soil. Is it a mountainous area, plateau or plain region, or their altitude or depth or slopes? They all affect the succession pattern. Now, there are some factors of fire like natural or artificial man-made fires which affect the succession. Natural fires include lightning, which is sometimes required for new vegetation growth, but there are also some man-made forest fires like June cultivation. There you can see that the people of that area, when they do not get any more produce from that land, they will burn the land and move away to another plot uh, for food. And these types of forest fires destroy the vegetation of that community at a very large scale. Now, next one is there are some trends of succession. So, an ecological succession proceeds along the following. Like there is continuous change in the kinds of plants and animals. There is increase in the diversity of species, and there is an increase in the organic matter and biomass supported by the available energy flow. There is a decrease in the net community production or annual yield, and there is increase in the complexity of food chains, and there is also increase in the stability of the ecosystems as we move from primary to secondary succession. Now we will discuss about the general process of succession, and Clements actually called them different phases of succession. These include nudation, invasion, competition and coaction, reaction and stabilization or climax. So first step is nudation. It is actually the process of creation of bare area devoid of any life form, and it can be done through different geographical or biotic factors like natural factors like mortality, means death of the organisms on that in that area, or fire, volcano, flood, um, tsunami, landslides, etc. These are the natural factors, and some factors are human induced like mining, dam removal, nuclear blast, etc. Next step is invasion. Invasion is actually the establishment of species in that bare area created by nudation, and the invasion is completed through the steps of migration, ascesis, and aggregation. And um, a biological invader is actually a species which colonizes that area and spreads into new territories um, a little apart from their territory, and through the steps like migration. Migration in case of plants is through dispersal of their spores, um, and in case of animals they migrate from one place to another for food, shelter, etc. Actually, migration brings about the birth of a community on their area, and excesses and aggregation. In this process, there is establishment of initial plants on the bare area through germination of the reproductive bodies and growth of that plant to maturity. And these processes depend on different climatic, edaphic, and biotic factors. So their success actually depends on the environmental factors, its germination, and the next stage is the successful establishment of the seedling, so that after germination the seedling will um, grow into a mature plant. Now there is also some possibilities of damage, and till they reach maturity. So the processes where the species adjust themselves to different barriers or different climatic conditions or man-made conditions is called SSS. And when they start reproducing with the increase in their numbers, this is called aggregation. Now the next process is competition and coaction. So after successful invasion, the availability of essential resources like food, shelter becomes limited, which give rise to competition between species, may it be from same species or from different species. So this phenomena actually involves struggle for existence. So whichever is fit for surviving in that condition will survive. So Darwin's survival of fittest approves here. So and the struggle may be for different climatic factors, and the less adapted ones die. So the various ways in which the individuals of a species affect each other's lives is called coaction. And um, next process is reaction. It is actually the modification of the environment by the influence of living organisms. So it is not the environment which produces effects on plants, animals, or microbes. The plants or animals, they also affect their environment. So they, when the plants tries to find a space to grow, it first finds a substratum to attach to the soil, and this leads to formation of soil from rocks through weathering, and the plants change the structure and texture of the soil in the course of time. So this is the small example where living organisms also affect the environment. And the next process or the last process is stabilization or climax, where it is a process where replacement continues till there is appearance of the final terminal community, which is more stable than the previous one, and they are found for a longer period of time, and they are equilibrium with the environmental conditions, so which helps them to survive for a longer period of time. And this stage is called climax stage. Now, this is the pictorial diagram which shows the stages of ecological succession, which starts from nudation where there is presence of bare land areas, and next step is invasion where we show very short um, plants like or algae or their growth. And next is competition where when there is a healthy population of organisms in that area, so the resources become limited, which give rise to competition. And after in that course of time, through competition, those who survive in that condition, they also affect the environment, which is called reaction. And due to these reactions and all, they survive till maturity and produce a stable population, uh, in which is um, in frequency with the environment, so which is the climax community. These are all the stages of ecological succession. This is all from me today. Thank you.